Hi and welcome to today's yoga flow. Today we'll be focusing on a funnel mobility flow. So we're going to move quite dynamically from one posture to another. We're not going to be holding positions too long. The aim of this is not so much flexibility, but to keep our joints happy and healthy. So all you need is your mat, and we'll get started in a comfortable cross-legged position. Okay, sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath and sweep the arms all the way up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, drop the right hand down, reach the left arm up and over. Inhale to sweep the left arm around the front, dropping the left hand onto the mat, and then exhaling to reach the right hand up and over. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, stretch. Inhale and exhale. Just try to keep the sit bones firmly onto the mat. Feeling it lengthening into side body, trying to stack the shoulders one on top of each other. I'll do one more each side. And inhaling, send both arms to the ceiling. Exhale, sweep them behind, interlock the fingers, shoulders away from ears, pull the fists away from the buttocks. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, just drawing the hands over to the right rib cage and dropping the ear down to the left shoulder, feeling a stretch into the right side of the neck. Taking the chin down to gaze towards that left knee, and then slowly rotating it up to the ceiling. So inhaling one way, exhaling the other. Feeling a nice big stretch into the side of the neck. Two more. Placing the head back on the neck, reach those hands away from you, and then we'll exhale to take them over to the left rib cage, dropping the right ear to the right shoulder. And again, we'll use the breath, so taking an inhale to look down, and an exhale to look up. Using the full breath each direction. And just checking in with the neck. One more. And slowly placing the head back. Last big breath in, opening up through the chest, the rib cage, and then as we exhale, release the hands, walk them to the front of the room, taking a forward fold. Rise up onto the fingertips and we'll walk over to the right, through center, and then over to the left. And again, coming over to the right, and then over to the left. And last one, over to the right, and over to the left. Back to center, and slowly walk the hands up, coming into a cross-legged position. Bringing the fingertips to the temples, we'll draw the elbows together, almost as if we're trying to get the elbows to touch at the front. And then as we inhale, flare the elbows to the back of the room, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then exhale to draw them together, almost as if you're going to touch at the front. Inhale, open up, squeeze the shoulders together at the back, nice big stretch through the shoulders, and exhale to draw the elbows to touch. Two more, inhale, and exhale. Really good one for anyone who spends a lot of time typing. Inhale and exhale. And release. We're going to roll over the knees to come into our thunderbolt sit. And then just bring the fingers so that the backs of the wrists are facing away from you. Fingers are facing in to find a stretch into the wrists and the extensors. If you'd like, you can slowly rock forwards and backwards if this feels good on the wrist, or you can just hold it if you like for a deeper stretch. Because we're doing more of a dynamic flow today, if there's no pain, then slowly see if you can rock yourself forwards and backwards. Otherwise, if it is uncomfortable, just coming to as far as is comfortable for you. So we're going to do two more rocks. For sitting back down onto the heels, interlocking our fingers. Start to roll out the wrists, making a figure of 8. And then changing direction. Releasing the hands, lifting up, tucking the toes and sitting back onto heels. So feeling a big stretch into the backs of the feet. We're going to get into the ankles a little bit, work on that ankle mobility. So we'll untuck the toes, flatten the feet, slowly bring the weight back, using the fingers to help us, lifting the knees off the floor, rocking back forward and tucking the toes. So just coming as far as you're able to. If there's any pain, then just ease out of it. So you don't even need to lift the knees much. If you've got a little bit more foot or ankle mobility, just coming as far as you're able to before rolling slowly back and tucking the toes. So we're going to do that dynamically using our breath, inhaling and exhaling, inhaling and exhaling. Let's go for 3 more. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. 2 more. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale, maybe holding it if you like for a breath or 2, and then slowly coming back to that foot stretch. Bring the hands onto the mat, untuck the toes, and just maybe walking knees back a little bit so that they're underneath the hips. We're going to come into a quadruped pigeon pose. So we'll take the right leg, we're going to send it over to the left side of the room, and as we do, we'll take the hands over to the right. So we're sliding ourselves into a pigeon. We'll take the hands back to the center, bring the knee underneath the right hip, and we'll send the left leg over to the right side, taking the hands over to the left. So not coming into a full pigeon, just warming up into those hips. Trying to work with the breath here, inhaling through to center, exhaling to take it into our pigeon variation, inhaling back and exhaling over to the other side. Got 3 more each side, exhale and exhale. Use the full inhalation, full exhalation. You want to feel a nice big stretch into the outsides of those hips, into those glutes. Last on each side. Maybe getting a little deeper. Back through center and last one over to left. Back through center. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips. Find your downward dog. Start to walk it out. Press the belly back towards the thighs. Find some length into the spine. You might need to bend the knees, work the chest back, and then slowly start to lengthen through the legs. Start to lift up onto the tippy toes with the inhalation, or the exhalation, dropping the heels towards the floor. Inhale to lift up, exhale to press back and down. 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Next inhalation sends the right leg up to the ceiling. I'm going to step it out to the front in line with that right hand, finding a runner's lunge. So we're going to do this quite dynamically. So if you need to help that foot, you're welcome to do so. Press through the hands, lift back into that downward dog. Left side, step it forward and back. If you need to help it, if you're only getting here, so that's fine. Don't be scared to do so. Pressing back. We're going to go for 5 on each side. Use that breath. Exhale to step forward. Pressing back to the downward dogs. Next one, we're going to hold it here. Finding that lizard pose. Keep the back toe tucked. Lower down onto the knee. Rise up into a lunge. Left hand's going to reach over, and we'll frame the front foot, bring the weight all the way back so that the bum touches the heel, and rock back up. Trying to tuck the tailbone, lengthening the fingers up and over, fingers to the floor, rock back, hamstring stretch. 3 more. Keep that glute and the left leg nice and active. Got 2 more. And last one. Slowly rock yourself forward, bring that right hand to the inside, tuck the left toes. I'm going to step back into downward dog, left leg to the outside. Drop that right knee, keep the toes tucked. And we'll lift and reach with the right hand. As we exhale, framing that front foot, drawing the weight back so that the bum touches the heel. Find that hamstring stretch. Inhale, raise back up into that half lunge. Exhale, back into that half split. And inhale. So if you need to use blocks here to help you, if you can't quite get the fingers onto the mat, that's absolutely fine. You just work within your limitations. 2 more. And last one. And coming back to that lizard. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Press back into that downward dog. I'm going to take the knees all the way to the edges of the mat as wide as you can. And then bring the ankles in line with the knees. Flexing the feet out to the side. So coming into a frog pose. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, press the hips back, coming onto the elbows. You might need to take the knees a little wider or make any adjustments. We're just going to gently rock forwards and backwards here. Inhaling, and as we exhale, pressing the hips back. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to add a little bit of rotation. So with the next inhalation, as we rock forward, lifting the left heel, bringing it towards the left shoulder, and as we exhale, pressing back. Inhale, right ankle towards right shoulder, exhale to press back. So as we inhale, finding that internal rotation, as we exhale, pressing back into that frog. So you should feel quite a big stretch into the inner thighs, into those adductors. Go for 2 more each side. Keep those feet flexed. And last one. Walk the hands in. You can bring the knees a little closer together. Toes to touch, bum to heels, walking the hands out. Finding a brief child's pose. Coming down onto our belly. So just bring the legs a little closer, slide the hips all the way down to the mat and bring the arms into a cactus shape. Right cheek onto the floor, left hand on the shoulder. Inhale, lift the left leg, bring it up and over, finding a chest stretch with a scorpion tail. Then we're going to dynamically move between the sides. So you want to feel the stretch into the chest and maybe sliding the arm up slightly if you're not feeling a lot of a stretch. It should be quite an intense stretch. We don't want to strain the neck, so making sure the side of the face is down onto the floor. So inhaling to come through center and exhaling as we drop the toes over to the side. Inhale and exhale. And 1 more each side. And last one. Coming onto your belly, hands on the shoulders. Press the bum back over the heels, finding a child's pose. And then making our way onto all fours. So continuing on with that shoulder and spine mobility, we'll inhale to send the left hand up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, I'm going to sweep the left arm under the gap created by the right, just touching the mat with the left shoulder, and then inhaling to come all the way back up again. Exhale to sweep and reach, and inhale to lengthen. Exhale. See, each time maybe you can get a little deeper into the twist. Second last one. And on the last one, we'll hold it here. Using that right hand to see if we can maybe deepen a little bit further into the stretch. Just taking 3 deep breaths here. Bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder and release. We'll do the same on the right side. Inhalation sends the right arm all the way up. Exhale, reaching through that gap. Right shoulder touches the mat. Inhale up. Exhale. Reach. Inhale. Lengthen. 2 more. Each time so you can get a little further. And on the last one, we hold. Maybe using that left hand to see if you can twist that a little bit more. Big stretch into the shoulder. And just holding it here for 3 breaths. And slowly pressing back up. We'll cross the ankles. Walk the hands back towards the body to roll over into a seated position. Just maybe scoot yourself towards the middle of your mat. We'll take the hands 1 hand distance behind us. Bending into the knees, placing the feet onto the mat. Inhale, lift the hips, drop the head, finding a reverse tabletop. And we'll exhale to lower. Inhale, lift the hips. Drop the head, find that reverse tabletop, exhale to lower. So you should feel a big opening through the chest. And again, inhale. Keep the glutes nice and active, the core's working hard. 2 more, inhale. Lift up, see if you can lift those hips even higher. Exhale to lower. And last one. Exhale to lower, lengthen the left leg out in front of you. Bring the right knee in towards the chest, and then we'll work the right sole of the foot over onto the left side. Left hand just behind the shoulder. We're going to ground through the left foot, ground through the left hand, and reach, lifting the hips, coming into a little side plank variation. Exhaling to lower. So as we inhale, right hand sweeps up and over. Press the hips up from the floor. Exhale, lower. 3 more, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Both hands behind you. This time keep the legs long. We're going to find some reverse planks. If this is too intense, you can bring it back to that tabletop. Inhale, pressing through the heels, lifting through the collarbones. Send those hips up to the ceiling. Exhale to lower. And inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. And last one. Exhale to lower it down. Bring that left knee in towards the chest and then drop the left sole of the foot onto the mat. Right hand's behind you. We're going to press through that left foot. Right hand lifting up and over, finding that side plank. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 3 more. Last 2. And last one. Slowly coming back center. Bring both legs in front of you. Give the legs a little shake. We're going to keep the right leg at the front. So just start to shift the weight over onto the right hip. We'll bend that right leg 90 degrees, so it's parallel with the front of the mat, and then extend the left leg out to the back so it's in line with the mat. So we've got 90 degrees in the left leg, 90 degrees in the right leg. Take the hands over to the right side, and we'll walk them over to the left. So inhaling to sweep over to the right, exhaling to come over to the left. Then we'll stretch into the outside of that right hip. Last one. behind you. I'm going to windscreen wipe the legs. So I'm going to drop the left leg over to the side, right leg into the center, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Starting off on the left side, sweeping the arms over towards the right, then coming back to the left. So we're going for 5 deep breaths, using one inhalation, one direction, and the full exhalation, the other. Two more. And last one. Hands behind you. I'm going to windscreen wipe those legs again. Up through center, up and over. Keep the right leg where it is. I'm going to straighten out that left, rolling into a pigeon pose. So it's quite intense with the leg parallel to the mat. So just coming as far as you're comfortable, trying to keep that right leg onto the mat. I'm going to rock forwards and backwards. We're not in a full pigeon. The hips are quite high compared to a regular pigeon where we're trying to sink the hips down. I'm just going to rock forwards and backwards 5 times. Using that breath, exhaling forward, inhaling back. Let's go for 2 more. And last one. Find that 90 degrees with that back leg again. And we'll windscreen wipe last time over to the left. Keep the left leg parallel to the floor. Straightening out that right leg, rocking over into that pigeon. Trying to keep the whole shin of that left leg onto the floor, and we'll rock forwards and backwards. Nice big stretch into the hips. Last 2. Slowly coming back into that 90-degree stretch. Last time over to the right. And then you can sweep the left round to meet the right leg. Gonna lie ourselves down onto our mat, so any way you like. Trying to use that core, slowly rolling down 1 vertebra at a time. And come all the way down into a supine position. You can lengthen the legs out. I'm going to draw the right knee into the chest, the rib cage, give a nice big squeeze. And then slowly lengthen. So as we exhale, we draw the left knee in, give it a nice big squeeze. And inhale to lengthen. Exhale over to the right. Maybe seeing if we can draw the knee over towards the rib cage. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lengthen. 3 more. Exhale. Use that full breath. Squeeze out all that air. Inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. Exhale, over to the left. Last one over to the right. This time we're going to hold it here. Bending into the left leg, placing the sole of the foot onto the floor and walk the heel in nice and close to the buttocks. Take the right ankle, place it onto the left knee. Bring the arms alongside the body. And we'll inhale to press through that left foot, lifting the hips up to the ceiling, allowing that right knee to drop out to the side. And we'll exhale to lower. Inhale, lift, keeping the weight into the shoulders. Keep pressing the hips, so try to keep them as even as possible. Exhale to lower. 3 more. And exhale. Last 2. Inhale. Lift those hips even higher. And exhale to lower. Last one. Inhale. Lift those hips, really pressing through that left heel. And exhale, slowly lower. Bring the arms in line with the shoulders. Deep inhalation. As we exhale, we're going to drop over to the right side, using that right heel to guide that left knee down and taking the gaze over to the left. And we'll inhale to come up to center, and as we exhale, we'll drop it over to the left. So I'm pressing the right sole of the foot into the floor and bringing that right knee up towards the ceiling as far as the hip allows. Inhale to center. Exhale, drop it over to the right. Right knee guides the left towards the floor. And we'll inhale to center. Last one over to the left. Sole of the foot into the mat, draw that knee up towards the ceiling, gazes over the right shoulder. And inhale, slowly coming back to center. Bring that right knee in for one big final hug. And then the right sole of the foot comes onto the mat, draw the left knee in. Place the left ankle onto the right knee, right hands, the hands alongside the body, right heel in close to the buttocks. And as we inhale, lifting up the hips, keeping the weight into the shoulders, and as we exhale, lowering. Inhale, trying to keep those hips square as we lift, feeling that big stretch into the left hip, and we exhale to lower. 3 more. Each time, try to see if you can lift those hips a little bit more. Exhale, lower. Last 2. And last one. And exhale, slowly coming down. Bring the arms alongside the body. Deep breath in. And as we exhale, just dropping the legs over to the left side. Taking the gaze to the right. Inhaling through center and exhaling to drop the knees. Legs over to the right, take the gaze to center. So left sole of the foot onto the floor, reaching the left knee up to the ceiling. Inhale through center. Last time over to the left. Inhale to center and exhale. Last time over to the right. Sole of the foot into the floor. Work that knee towards the ceiling. Gazes over that left shoulder. And inhale back to center. Bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a little rock from left to right. Take a deep breath in. And as we exhale, just lifting up the head and shoulders, bringing the forehead to meet the knees, squeezing yourself into a little ball. Take a deep inhalation. And as we exhale, just allowing the feet to flop out and the hands to relax next to the body. Just taking 3 deep breaths here. Slowly rolling over onto the right side of the body, finding a fetal position, and then gently making our way into our cross-legged position that we started the class with. Place the hands onto the backs of the knees, sit up nice and tall, take a deep breath in through the nose, and open the mouth side out. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up to the ceiling. And as we exhale, just drawing the thumbs down past the forehead, the nose, the chin, the chest. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me. I hope that you enjoyed today's flow, and we will see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.